Come on, Betsy. Come on. I gotta pretend to close the door. Come on. I know she wants in. Come on, let's go. Like a teenager. Okay. God. Okay, come in then. Come on. You know, I'm 55 years old. Been packing on weight, getting out of shape. You know, this is not an easy thing. I've tried this 100 times, 1,000 times. The program should be good. Tyler is an RN. Been an RN for about 5 years. He's just getting into this life coaching training stuff. He wanted some people to start with, and I said, you know, Tyler, I think maybe I've got something for you. If you can whip my fat ass into shape, you know, you can whip anyone into shape. All right, testing 1, 2. So this week was Father's Day. We didn't do a whole lot of much anything, but so the first parts where my wife gave me a bicycle. We already have a Harley Davidson or two for Father's Day, so we went and picked one down at the local Ace Hardware, and the guy told us all about them and whatnot. And took it out for a spin and everything, so that'll get us outside. There's a lake right by where we live, so that's going to get us a little exercise that doesn't seem like exercise. Then the other part of the show is just going to be my version of a cooking show. For Father's Day, I smoked a bunch of meat and some beef ribs, pork ribs, smoked deviled eggs, bacon, candy. I always find when I cook a lot of meat like that, or I cook a lot of stuff, I hardly ever eat any of it. By the time it all gets done, I'm just not really that hungry. So it's more like a hobby or a craft. And Cole brought his parents, and they don't really like to film anything, so there's not really a bunch of video of all of us eating it. But over the 2 days, I just took little clips of cooking it. So. And then I had a couple changes of the schedule coming up. We're supposed to go to Guatemala next month. They had a volcano there that erupted not far from where we were supposed to go, so I went ahead and canceled our plans to go on that. Maybe we'll go another time. But my wife wasn't too interested in going after they had a volcano eruption a few miles from where we're supposed to go. But we'll probably still send the supplies and everything, and then maybe we'll catch on with the next trip for that dental mission. Then tomorrow I'm leaving for Implant Pathway down in Tempe, Arizona with Justin Moody and his Mike Frymouth and the crew. And that's where we go down there and we'll place dental implants. It's training for me to learn how to do it better. But then that's where also we place the implants on those that can't afford them. A lot of veterans, abuse victims, things like that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to give away tens of thousands of dentistry in just a couple of days. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of video of that. John's going to put together a nice video of pretty much just that. So you'll get to see some awesome surgery and some awesome people. Both awesome people doing surgery and some patients that are just so looking forward to getting their life put back together and having a beautiful smile. Man, that's a huge jump start. So watch this little video. Shouldn't be too long, and then next one we'll see some pretty cool stuff on some surgery. So if you're grossed out by that stuff.
Okay, we're here at Ace Hardware in Yankton, and I'm gonna buy hubby a new bike for Father's Day. So here we go. I already have one, so I wanted him to bike with me. So this is the
This
whole
one has
idea.
a shock
Here you go.
absorber right here, so like when you are going
Really?
on
Okay.
roads, it's gonna not like hurt your back as much. And then like with like mountain bikes like that, you see how the seat is like at level with the handlebars and it's like farther away instead of going like this. You're like literally sitting up at a 90-degree angle. And so when you're pedaling, you're gonna be pedaling easier and stuff. And these gears here, they're a lot easier to shift. So when you are pedaling, you're not going. It's gonna be like easier. But and then this
It doesn't really work so hot. I mean, it does, but
27 miles.
I'm sweating like a horse because he was working out at the gym, so I don't have some disease. Well, not that I know of.
But for the size, that's a 17.5. I have a 17.5, and that's probably
17.5 what?
centimeters with the
Oh,
stem or whatever, or not the stem, but the
yep, it's actually
the pedal.
from there to there. They measure that and give me inches there.
So, or inches, yeah. And you're not super short, so that would work for him.
you said that so nice. I'm not super short.
I'm thinking of like someone really short, but.
Well, it's like me.
Time for accessories. Ooh, I love the helmet. Oh, and look at Tyler's got one too. Too bad they both got big heads.
I don't think it's necessarily that I have a big head. I think it's a small helmet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sweating.
Okay, he's gonna take a test drive on this thing. It's probably been how many years, sweetie?
Can I like ride with them?
Yeah. This camera stuff.
It's just like riding a bike, ain't it?
Just like riding a bike.
Don't tip over.
Ride a lot?
No.
Never. What riding one?
Harley. Woohoo! Look at him go. Are you so proud of him, Tyler?
I'm so proud of Randy. I don't know where he went. Lost him.
He'll come back all smashed up. I told you I'm not very good at this video and stuff. There he is. Huh?
All right, so it's gonna be Father's Day tomorrow. I don't know who all's coming. Looks like the weather's gonna kind of trash on us, but I'm gonna start making the stuff for dinner tomorrow. We are starting with, I'm gonna make some smoked deviled eggs. So, step one is we smoke our eggs. So we got the Traeger up and going. Going at 325 for probably at least a half hour or so. And we just put them on right on the grill. Without breaking them, preferably. Got some other stuff we'll be making. Get ready for tomorrow. I think we're going to do some beef ribs and some baby backs. And then, I don't know what else. This is my first time trying eggs. You smoke them. This is like hard boiling them. Get some solid. Then you throw them in some ice water and whatnot. Peel them, cool them. And then you smoke them again after they're peeled. That'll give them that smoky flavor. And then we'll make some deviled eggs out of that. With a little barbecue rub, some jalapenos. Always waiting. Come on, Betsy. Come on. It's hot out there. Come on. Good Lord. All right. So, that's the beginning of some smoked deviled eggs. I'll touch base with you a little bit later. All right, so we're gonna go out here and see how our eggs are doing. Oh, they hot. It's been just about a half hour. So while those are finishing up, we're going to start prepping our next item. It is really friggin' hot out here, by the way. I'm not always this red, but it's about 95 degrees and 85% humidity. I feel like I'm downtown, somewhere hot down south. But anyway, back indoors we go. All right. So the eggs are all cooled and peeled. Got them back on the Traeger. We're at about there. 185 on smoke. So even though they had their shells on, when you smoke them, they still get that yellow look right through the shell. Yeah, they didn't peel all that easy. Ice water or no ice water. Anyway, we're gonna leave them on there for about an hour, just smoking, and then we'll let them cool off. Then we'll make deviled eggs out of them. All right. Next thing we're gonna work on is bacon candy. For that, we got some thick sliced bacon, real maple syrup, and some brown sugar. Prepping for that, we just put bacon in the pan. Okay, yeah, this ain't diety, I know. This is for my guests tomorrow. Which, I don't know who else coming. I'll have one or two pieces, of course. A little brown sugar. And then another layer. John, I know as you edit this, you're gonna think, hey, I wanna go to this guy's house and eat. Well, come on over, buddy. All right, we're gonna let that set for a bit, and then we're gonna take the eggs off the grill pretty soon and get those off. All right, now we got our bacon candy ready to roll. So we just take that marinating bacon, lay it on there, 225. We're gonna let this all smoke away for about an hour. All right, so yesterday we spent all day making some bacon candy and some smoked deviled eggs. I'll have to finish those this morning. And today we're gonna start getting ready for our Father's Day feast. Looks like we're gonna be having some beef ribs and some baby back ribs. All hardcore carnivore, Jess Bryles. So let's get that stuff ready. First thing we're gonna have to do is to trim this stuff up. I've got the smoker preheating at about 250, 275, a little hotter than usual because we're gonna be eating a little earlier than I wanted to, but this will work. So I always trim the membrane off the back of the ribs. I'll trim a bunch of that fat off on the beef ribs also, and then we'll get that stuff all ready to go, get the rub on it, and get it thrown around the smoker. So, yeah, this is a two-handed project, so I don't think I can film it while I do it, so I'll catch you later. Alright, now today we finish off these smoked deviled eggs. So those are the eggs, got all the yolks out, yolks are in there. And for this, we do a little bit of mayonnaise. 5 tablespoons-ish. Some coarse mustard. Apple cider vinegar. We're going to go just a little bit of jalapeno juice, just to give it a little bit of fire. Of course, it ain't barbecue if you don't throw some rub in there for flavor. Alright, then we're going to mash the hell out of that. So I'm going to stop for a second while I do that. Alright, so we've got the ribs all trimmed. Took off that layer of fat. A lot of fat in those, so it's a fatty cut of meat. So it's cooked a lot like a brisket until it's going to get a stall, and then all that stuff's going to break down and taste great. Then our pork ribs. Got the back membrane all taken off on the bones. So we start with the ribs. I just use a rub. Kind of a mix of stuff I like. Same stuff I used on the bacon candy, to tell you the truth. Pretty generous. I don't worry too much about getting it on the bony side. Get all that down there. Alright. And then for the beef ribs, I still like this hardcore carnivore black. You know, when it cooks, it's gonna come out looking like it's burned to charcoal, but that's just because of the rub. It's got great flavor, a lot of peppery. That one's done. I rub these down with some olive oil first, make it stick better. The pork ribs were pretty sticky, so I didn't need that. All right. So that's how those are gonna look. I think I'm gonna set the phone down and do the ends real quick.
Oh, yeah.